Hey, reporting live from Jen Ken's sofa. So I'm gonna do a hair tutorial today. This is so handy because I've actually got her ring light and everything, so it's class. I'm just gonna show you how I curl my hair for a night out. Probably make the video a wee bit more interesting rather than me just curling my hair. So we thought that Gemma, I'm a wee bit worried because I just sent it to them and I didn't actually look at them, so I'm like, please be careful because some of the questions are a wee bit personal.
Okay.
But but you can answer them right, because just ask me whatever, and then like if they're too personal, then I can just edit that out because this isn't live. So I'm gonna curl my hair while she answers. I'm actually a bit nervous.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
What do I do if my boyfriend hates when I post gym pictures on my Instagram?
You know, I have heard this a lot. I thought you were gonna ask me that one. You have to sort of get to the reason. Why does he hate it? If you go to him and be like, just out of curiosity, right? Because I think you do have to make sacrifices for your lover, for your friend, or for your boyfriend, in this sense, because you know, if someone's not comfortable with something, you should be making sacrifices in a relationship. But you need to know the reason why. If that makes him feel really insecure, if it's like, you know, a value that he really just doesn't want you to do that in the relationship, then instead of him just giving you an order, if he gives you the why, then you can sort of understand it and see if it's really necessary. And like, say if he's really insecure, you can actually be like, oh my god, I didn't realize that you were so insecure. And then as a partner, you can actually like reassure him in the relationship more. Like, it'll help you if you get to that why. Is that a good answer?
That was a good answer.
Okay. Hold on, wait. I'm just going to show you what extensions I have, because can you see them there?
Yeah.
So that's the bottom layer of the weave. I have a Beauty Works weave.
Let me see. You're covered there.
Yeah. So this is like the first layer. Okay.
Of the weave. I'm finding it hard to get work in Australia. Do you have any tips?
I actually, you can answer this
Oh,
too,
yeah.
but I found it really hard at the beginning, especially as I had absolutely no money, and I got a job at Maryville, which is a massive hospitality company. So if anyone wants hospitality work, I would go to Maryville because they've got 200 venues in the city. The only thing was that it's quite casual work. And you know, I was under the impression that, you know, I would have full-time work working in the bar, and then they were like, okay, no, you're only working like 10 hours this week, and I was like panicking, freaking out, and like I felt really like embarrassed like to ask them. And you know, the best thing was I ever did was I turned around and was like, look, I really need hours, like I am actually really struggling, and being really honest. So they actually like didn't have hours in that bar, so they just moved me to another bar. So Maryville actually has loads of different venues, and if you don't like one venue, they'll move you to the next, so that is a good one. But you could probably answer that question too.
So whenever I first got here, I was working in Hayes Recruitment, which is like a massive recruitment firm over here, and I was just doing administrative work. So there are lots of teams within Hayes, and they always require admin, so it's definitely a good place to start. Also sign up with them anyway, because even if you don't want to work directly for Hayes, as I said, they are a recruitment agency, so they'll help you find work.
Oh, so, really? So they do all sorts of work?
Yeah. You can literally go to them with anything, and they'll have a team to take care of it and try and find you the right work. So definitely sign up to recruitment agencies. And then I would say about the traffic control, but it's quite dried up at the minute. Like, I obviously traffic control here in Australia, but over Christmas time it kind of does quieten down a wee bit. So you could potentially go and get your tickets now, but you'd probably be waiting to the new year until like business picks up again and people start to rehire again.
Yeah.
Any advice for dealing with an ex who literally won't let the relationship end?
I find this really hard. Like, some people like were asking about rejection earlier, and I'm like, you're actually quite lucky, because if you're not actually meant to be and that person doesn't want to be with you and they reject you like straight up, they're actually doing you such a favor, because they're not compatible with you, and you can literally just move on and try and find someone who is your soulmate. If you're sure about the relationship, this is where you need to put your foot down. This is where you need to be like, right, this is it, and like this is probably where blocking comes into it. People always ask me, should I block my ex? And I actually feel like I've recently blocked someone, and I feel like
you need to do what's
it's
right
not
for
even
you.
that. Like, I don't want, like, when I'm out being single now, I don't want him to be looking at me like chatting about freaking Hinge and being single. It's disrespectful to him, and like I just think like blocking is a good thing. There actually is apps that can block a person from your phone for 24 hours and stuff like that. So like say if you go out drinking and stuff, like you don't want to text them, you can just block them for those 24 hours. But yeah, and then like after a while you can reevaluate and be friends again if you want. Like I'm friends with like most of my exes after blocking them for months.
I'm feeling lost after a breakup and I've dropped out of uni. How do you find yourself? I don't know who I am. That is so heartbreaking.
This is right. I was going to answer this on my story there now because I did see that. And I will tell you this, right? I was on a business call yesterday to my new team. I have a team. Oh my God, so scary. And they were like, what is your main passion? What is your main goal? And I said, getting messages from girls such as that who are really distraught over a man, over heartbreak, like 15, 16-year-olds saying they can't go on with life. That is my passion because I went through that myself, and I really do feel like, we do not have the tools to deal with this when we go to school. And like my passion is for schools and people that are 15, 16 to actually get the tools to deal with the emotion hurt, to make sure you don't get as hurt, and to when you get hurt in the future, that to know how to deal with it. Because whenever I like had my first heartbreak, girls, I was literally like, oh my God, how will ever I go on? All I could think about was it was me. I was never enough, and it was the wrong way to think about it. And there's so many tools out there. There's loads of books, and it's definitely like Awaken the Giant Within really helped me deal with other people's behavior. Like I was being really selfish when I was hurt, being like, oh my God, it's all about me. Like I'm not good enough. I didn't give him what he wanted, blah, blah, blah. When I read Awaken the Giant Within, I realized that like it had got to do with his values, where he was in life and stuff like that. And I sort of just took it from another perspective. Like I definitely changed my mind, and I sat outside myself and tried to put myself in other people's shoes. So that self-development is so important for this, and like books like this will help you deal with her. Awaken the Giant Within, the power of now, will actually probably get you through physical pain, because when you put yourself in the now, in the present, and stop thinking in your head, be like, okay, today I'm just going to concentrate on curling my hair, like, and then you stop thinking about that one person, and just to get out of your mindset. And distraction, being with your friends, really, really does help. Me not even curling my hair, like, but I am actually working on, like, this is my main passion, so I'm actually working on like some sort of toolbox to help with hurt, for sure, because I feel like the heartbreak now is easier to go through than the heartbreak then, because I have all these tools, although it still fucking hurts, but we need to deal with hurt in our lives in order to get where we are in life. So don't you worry. And always, the best thing to do when you're hurting about someone is, instead of thinking about all those good times and all those things, think about what you learned from that relationship, because what you learn will actually help you like have a better mindset about it, rather than like, oh my God, like we were so in love, blah, blah, blah. So it's actually better to just think about, what did I learn from that relationship? It's actually a good question to ask yourself.
How to deal with toxic people in your workplace?
I'm going to let you answer that one, because I've been talking a lot.
See, I've actually been pretty lucky in like everywhere that I've worked, because everybody's been so friendly and so nice to me. But I don't know, like, I know a lot of places have a lot of bitchiness and stuff that go on.
I had a bit of a situation.
Did you?
On the farm was really hard.
Yeah.
For me, but I don't think it was anyone's fault. Like, I just felt like people had these judgments of me because I was an Insta girl.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because, you know, when people look at my Instagram or they look at my bikini photos and all, they do get that perception of me. It's so funny because when I'm with Siobhan, she's always like trying to stick up for me, because people are like, oh, she needs one of those Instagram girls, and she's like, no, she needs like a different person. But like, I just don't say anything, because you don't want to feed. Say someone has a perception of you, and that's actually an envious trait. And if they're trying to, like, you know, actively enviously do things to you, like be really bitchy towards you and bitch about you, they actually believe these things in their head because they're envious. And the best thing to do is to never feed the narrative that they are giving for you, because then you are literally the narrative that like they think of you. So if you keep step back and never take place in that narrative and never live up to what they say about you, and just keep being pure and good.
Best self-help book to start with?
That's a really good one. It's really simple. What I Know for Sure by Oprah.
Right, let me see. Career or travel / live abroad as a single 25-year-old. Feel like I have to sacrifice one for the other.
What? Having a career?
Yeah, having a career or travel.
Well, can we just talk about this because like you
Hello?
have a relationship and
Yeah, like I don't know, like I mean, I went to university, I have a degree, and I'm still not working in like the exact career that I once thought that I was like, you know, gonna go for. So I definitely think that you need to travel to have a bit of life experience and everything. Plus, if you have that itch to travel and you sit at home and work and don't like go out and explore the world, I feel as if you'll always have a regret in you, which isn't good. Like,
and guys, if you don't like it,
yeah,
you can always go home.
Yeah, it's a flight.
At least you've tried. Like you
Yeah.
literally, you do not know. Like sitting there wondering about it, you can literally go for a year, and if you don't like it, home is only 24 hours away. Like anywhere in the world, it's well, unless you're really skint and have to get like a 50-hour flight like me. It took me I was literally home and I was like, took me like 50 hours to get home from fucking Thailand once because I was so skint. I had to get like the cheapest flight, and like my mom didn't even pick me up at the airport or anything. So annoying. My breath was humming.
Do you believe your blessing from the Buddha brought you luck?
Okay, so everyone always asks me about my Buddha bracelet. So basically, like, it's which way am I pulling this hair? Okay. Wait, no. By the way, guys, I'm at like 160 heat, so like it's really quick. So the Buddha bracelet is basically you go to a Buddha in Thailand and get blessed. You literally ask for a wish and then he puts the bracelet on you, and then it's meant to like come true when it fell off. And basically everything that I've asked for has come true. But I actually don't think it's even about the Buddha. I think it's about putting something that you want out into the universe. It's literally about manifesting and law of attraction for me. So that's why I always say your goals out loud, because you literally want the law of attraction to be in full form. And an actual good way to put I was talking to Veronica about it yesterday. I was like, what's your goal? This is how you really manifest properly. What's your goal, right? And she says, I want to be like a famous actor, right? And I goes, I need a why, because like I love the creative, and I think I want to show people how to like do a goal. I was like, why? You have to keep going and keep going, and all this stuff brings up this positive energy and brings up all the desire, and this is what brings the law of attraction. So you need to know why you're doing it. And when I got down to like the fifth why for Veronica, it got down to like her being a child and watching Titanic and watching that love story and believing in love and like how people can actually really be in love. Mm-hmm. You know when you see your mom and dad and all, and they're just kind of like, she just felt like she never seen that romantic side, and like that really touched her soul, and like she wants other people to feel like that when she's acting. So that for me was like,
that's so cute.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you need to get that real why. So people are like, why do you want to be an influencer? If I get down to the real why of why I want to be an influencer, it's because I want people to get the whole the tools for hurt in the future, because I just don't want people to go through what I went through. I want people to be like, okay, now I'm hurt, this has happened, like I've just had a massive failure in life, these are the tools I need to set in place. This is the book that I want to write, guys, that I've been saying I'm going to write for fucking ages, but I'm still like taking on too many. So why don't we just ask you what your goal is right in front of the camera? No pressure.
No pressure. What is my goal? Like, can we edit this? Because I don't fucking know.
No.
I honestly don't know what my goal is right now.
But then you really need to set some goals.
I know.
So
I know.
You're obviously influencing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your why?
I feel like whenever I started out doing it, it was to help people that were moving from home to Sydney.
Yeah, I love that about you. I love that nation. You're really good at blogging about it.
So it was like to help people and to like, I suppose, whenever I was coming out, I didn't really feel like there was a place where somebody just had a blog post wrote and it was like, okay, here's all the steps that you need to do to get you from A to B, and here's like what you're going to need whenever you get there, and here's what bank accounts you'll have to set up, and just all the information. So I think I just really wanted to be like super informative on the whole move.
And then that will help you and make you feel more secure and confident. Alright, so why do you want to make people feel more secure and confident? Why do you want to write the blog for Australian people? Or for people to come to Australia? You want them
And
to feel.
I want them to experience what I'm experiencing in life, because I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy here. Like, this place makes my heart so warm, and like, look at our lives here. Like,
Yeah, we
I just
can't
want
complain.
I want other people to be like, if they can do that, I can do it. Like, there is no reason that I can't do that if she's doing it.
I love that. I love that, because you need to realize, guys, that people probably look at our lives or anyone's lives and like, I can't do that. Anybody
Can do it.
can do what we are doing. Anybody. If you have a nice reason and why you want to do it, if you want to come and travel, if you think you can't afford it or something like that, you definitely can.
You definitely can. 1000%.
I came here with
beans on toast.
I came here with £1,000. I spent that first £1,000 on my first week on my rent, and I managed to get through. So my hair is kind of coming together a wee bit now.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Botox and fillers?
Ah! Seeing as I can't move my face, it seems that I really like them.
Is that you really trying?
No, I actually like have a bit of movement now, so a lot of people. My mom is so funny. She's like, "Oh my god, what are you putting into your face?" It is literally, it just freezes your forehead. Like, why would I not want to freeze my forehead? Like, why would I not want to be young for the next fucking 6 months of my life? So, I'm really, really honest about everything that I use. I got Botox when I came back from the farm because I looked 40 years old after farming. So, yeah, I looked 40 years old. So I got Botox and never looked back. So basically I had like all these lines here, and then like you can see there's a bit of movement now. But before, like, because there was so much movement, like there actually was lines. So I'm really honest about it. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want people to be like, oh my god, let's get Botox because Sinead has Botox.
Yeah.
But you know, I can't lie to you. Like, and
I
plus
think
we're all
if-
human beings. If we
yeah.
want to
You want something to
freeze
do it.
something, we shall
I
freeze
think
it.
like if it's going to make you happier about yourself, like just go and do it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really see an issue with that. Plus, each to their own. Some people like it, some
Yeah.
people don't.
Like, I don't have any like fillers in my face. Like, I don't have like any. I just have like lip fillers that I get done like 0.5 in here, you know, in the bit here. Can't really describe it. And that's what I get. So I don't have any other fillers like in my jaw. I actually got my jaw broke as a child into place because my teeth were so massive that my jaw was like back here. I had to bring it forward, put my teeth in line with my fucking face. So I actually am quite lucky that the orthodontist sorted me out.
Do you believe in knowing someone is the one for a person?
Like
I
a soulmate.
didn't until recently, yeah.
I actually don't believe in soulmates.
What?
I believe that like you can meet someone and they can just be completely compatible with you, but I can also believe that somebody else can be completely compatible with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the kind of person who literally will go with someone and I'll be like in love with them, and then I'll do you know what I mean? And then I can be in love with another person. I don't know. I believe that like if you work on the relationship, like if you actually see if you're in a relationship, I really recommend like actually learning about your partner, because it will actually help you then become your soulmate. Like, there's loads of therapists online, there's loads of books and stuff. So there's this book called The Brain on Love, and it sort of teaches you about your partner, because there's 3 personality types depending on what kind of upbringing that they have had. You've got an anchor, a wave, and an island. So there's like, so basically like one person's personality could be like an introvert, right? And if your fella, right, is an introvert, you pressuring him, you know, like, because my last fella would have been really quiet in parties and stuff like that. So, and I would be like, oh, come on, like, you want him to be about one thing. It is not that your partner can't be out there at a party. He chooses not to because that's his personality. That's his personality deficit, just like you have a personality deficit. Like, we all have different deficits in our brain. So you need to accept his behaviour rather than be like, oh my god, get him out there. So if you know your partner, you can actually make them your soulmate because you can know exactly how to deal with them. Very interesting book to know about your partner. we're almost ready to brush. I reckon this one's still a wee bit warm, but
Let me see. My ex keeps saying that he will meet me, and then last minute, always cancels. Any advice?
fuck him. Can I say that on my YouTube?
Yeah. Why not?
I think.
Let's put a bleep over.
Okay. But like, why
Yeah,
are
I
you putting
think-
yourself through this pain? Like, I think I was going through this myself. Like that feeling of feeling unwanted, like someone like
Rejecting
rejecting
you
you over and over again. Whenever you can be like, okay, it's clear that you don't want to be with me, or even if he still loves you but he doesn't want to be with you right now, like it's time to like move on from that situation and stop feeling rejection over and over again. You get that hurt and you deal with that hurt and you move on. Do you want to be continuously hurting and then get really hurt in the end? No, fix it.
Oh, this is a good one. I want to move to Australia, but my boyfriend of 4 years doesn't. Do I go without him?
Oh, I think you should
That
answer
is
this one.
so difficult. I mean, you know what? Me and Nell's kind of in a different, like the flip side of that now, because whenever we were putting through sponsorship visa there, like only a few months back, like Nell was like, right, we're going to go in for a 4-year visa. And I was like, 4 years? What if I want to go home in like 2 years? And then it just got me thinking, like, so what if we come to this point in our life where I want to go home and Nell wants to stay here, or vice versa? But I feel like you need to make a decision based on what is best for you, and I do feel like if your partner is the one for you, maybe like you could compromise in a way, like do 6 months instead of a year,
Yeah,
or
sacrifices.
sacrifice for each other to make each other happy, because you'll resent him if you don't go traveling because of him. And like, oh, I just feel like you should not miss out on that over a relationship. Like, I don't feel like you should miss out on traveling, something that you're really passionate about doing,
I
because
feel
of a
like you
relationship.
can do both.
Yeah.
Because I actually like deal with a lot of relationships, obviously on my DMs and stuff like that, and I do feel like you can still have that connection with someone and not be with them. Like if you leave, right, and that person doesn't, right, say you leave, right, and you're like, okay, I need to go find myself, and you're broken up, and you're like, okay, maybe we could reevaluate this in the future. And if you go away and then he finds someone that is more compatible, that he loves more than you, then you shouldn't have been with him in the first place. But if he starts seeing people and all that, then you go away and then you come back and he's like, no, like nothing compares to you. Do you not think that is the most reassuring and amazing thing ever? I really recommend the book The Alchemist if this is you. But I know a 4-year relationship is a bit, a 4-year relationship is a bit different compared to when you're going with someone and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go. So it's a bit more of a situation, but like you need to really, really talk about what you want, and you need to find out where your values are. Do your values stand with your freedom, or do your values stand with your commitment? Because when freedom actually confides with commitment, this is when you two are going to fight. This is when there's going to be actual conflict. So you need to figure out your values, and you can change your values. You can change from freedom to commitment, and it just depends where you are in your life. So yeah. Wait. Okay. So I've just done this side. So now I'm going to brush this side.
Can't get motivated for the life of me. My laziness is overtaken my will to eat well or exercise. Have you any tips?
Okay. This is like when you're in the slump and you're literally succumbing to your lower self at all times. If you know anything about higher self and lower self, please go on my highlights and watch My Inner Authority. Because when you succumb to your lower self, this is the kind of shit where you're not cleaning up your room after yourself, you're not going to the gym, you're not going for a walk, you're literally going to your lower self. Your higher self is the person that accomplishes things, the person that gets things done. But like when we are swaying more to lower self, we literally forget about this higher self and we just keep doing it and it becomes a habit. So you need to start doing tiny things to your higher self and really be nice to your higher self. Like when you drop something on the floor and when you're on the way out, to go back and pick it up, because that is succumbing to your higher self. And little things that will become easier because they actually feel good and give you actual dopamine in your brain, and it'll make you want to do more, but it takes time. What I really recommend is the 2-minute rule. So basically you just say to yourself, you're going to go to the gym for 2 minutes. you're gonna pick up you're gonna fold 2 pieces of laundry, you're gonna do 2 emails, and then that gets you in the habit. It's literally just picking up the book, doing 1 page, and yeah, there's a book called Atomic Habits that will help you with that. Also, do we like my hair?
I love it. Look how volumized it is. That is unreal.
It's so good. The videos, guys, by the way. Anyway, guys, if you liked this YouTube and we want us to do more, because I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Did
it
you?
was fun. Yeah, it was
I'm
fun.
actually really enjoying it. Then please
Let us know.
let us know.
Thumbs up, subscribe.
Bye.